Okay, so here is my little lesson to teach you how to walk your dog on a treadmill. Unfortunately, my dog has already learned how to walk on a treadmill, so I happen to have a foster dog, which I'll show you first. Her name is Tinkerbell. And I've already took her on the treadmill a few times, so hopefully she'll be quite good on the treadmill, and I'll teach you how to pull her onto the treadmill first. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to pull her and hold the camera up while I'm going to pull her. So it's going to be a little bit of movement on the camera. But basically, she's quite calm right now, and you want to start off the dog while she is quite calm and off the treadmill. You want her to be able to voluntarily come up the treadmill. So what you do is you do have to pull her a little bit. You have to pull your dog a little bit. Sorry, this is a her, so I'm going to use her to refer to Tinkerbell. And she ends up coming up, see, on her own. See, once what you do is you pull them first to one direction, and then once they voluntarily go up, you relax the leash. And what I do is, normally I'll hang the leash right here onto, this is a magazine holder, but it's nice because that way I can hold, sometimes I can pull this part of the leash and still have it hooked up so that she doesn't fall off the treadmill. So what you want to do first when you start is you want to make sure that the collar of the leash, or the collar, is closer to the head at the top of the neck, so that it helps guide them in the direction of the middle of the treadmill. So if they veer left, it does center them back to the middle of the treadmill. And so you don't really have to worry too much how they're standing when they're on the treadmill, because once the treadmill starts moving, they should go into the direction that it's moving. So you'll see. So once she starts moving, see, then she actually really enjoys going on the treadmill, and I find that most dogs that I train on the treadmill enjoy being walked on it. Obviously, being on a treadmill for a dog is quite foreign, and they don't really understand that the floor is moving, and so you want to start them off and make sure that they're a little bit calm before they go any faster. So right now she's a little bit not calm, so what you do is you just kind of guide her, put your hand in front of her, or you can go in front of the treadmill right there so that they can walk towards you. And that's what I did when I first started Tinkerbell off. And right now she's not bad, right? So what you do is you speed it up a little bit, and you just go a little bit at a time, and they'll naturally go to the speed of the treadmill. And eventually, like I'll show you with Dexter, with my dog, you can actually put them on the treadmill without a leash if you feel comfortable. Okay, so and that's what I do. This is Dexter over here. You probably can't see him. You can only really see his tail. But he's really good now because I've been putting him on the treadmill off and on just whenever it's raining really hard or it's getting really, really cold outside. He's actually quite snares. Come on, Dex. Up on the treadmill. Come on, boy. And then you start the treadmill. And he doesn't even need a leash. He will be able to walk on by himself to the pace of the belt, as you can see. So if I were to make the belt go faster, he actually stays in the middle of it. As you can see. And you can actually put him to trot. So he's really good that way. And you'll see he actually stays trotting in the middle of the treadmill. A lot of the times he'll fall back a little bit, and he'll catch this side of the treadmill, as you can see right there. And as soon as he feels the edge of the treadmill, he actually will move up a little bit. So I don't worry too much about him. And I'll let him run just for a second so you can see how he can run without a leash. But he's not really warmed up, so I'm just going to put him on for a few seconds so you can see. Next, your run. And as you can see, problem, and without a leash. So a lot of the times I'll put him on run for about a minute, and for sure when it comes to the running and the trotting, he is supervised. When he walks it slow, I actually don't have to supervise him, because if he has to go to the washroom, he'll just jump off himself and he'll tell me. But I do supervise him when he's sprinting and when he's running, and it really is really good exercise for them. And then what I do is once they've run for a long period of time, then I put them on for slow, about this pace, for about 3 or 4 minutes so they can cool off.